Hey, what's up, everybody? I wanted to share with you all what happened during my proposal, since so many of you guys have been asking me like what happened. So to give you some context, because I think this is relevant, to be honest, there was we've been dating for over 7 years, and I had a lot of excuses, a lot of, I'm 32 now, and it was interesting because at one point when I was growing up, I was like, I'm never gonna have kids or be married because like why would someone subject humans into this like cruel, cruel world? Which is like crazy to say because like anyone who knows me knows that I'm like this happy, like go lucky type of dude. But yeah, it was interesting. So, anyways, doing like everything leading up to the proposal was like really, really hard for me. Like it was really hard for me to save up money because I was like, oh, well, I could use that money to travel the world or attend all these cool conferences and go to like Tony Robbins and like Lewis Howes, Summit of Greatness, and all this other things. But I realized like you don't have to like choose, like you can have it all. I mean, obviously within reason. And one of the biggest like breakthroughs for me was actually like just committing to like getting financial help by working with like Brandon and with Prem, my financial advisors. They helped me be able to like break through some of those like mental barriers. So anyways, fast forward, it was funny because I was at work, and one of my mentors, Zach Mulhill, we were just talking, and I was like, oh, what are you up to this weekend? He's like, oh, I'm gonna be in Charleston. I was like, wait, what? Like, no way. I was like, dude, I'm gonna be in Charleston too. He's like, no way, what for? And I'm like, oh, I'm actually like proposing to my girlfriend now. Well, obviously now my fiance, but during when I was speaking with him, my girlfriend, and he's like, wait, what? He's like, dude, that's awesome. I was like, dude, like I had something just came up in my head. Like, you know how you have one of those like light bulb moments. So I was like, dude, like, why don't I just pretend that like I don't know you and Rose, and then I can um yeah, you guys can like record the whole thing happening. He's like, no way. He's like, all right, I'm making the executive decision. Like, I'll be there. Just give me the time and the place. So fast forward, uh, so we left work, and then we arrived. So we left work like Thursday. The flight was like delayed and everything, so we didn't arrive until like 2 a.m. So I was like, oh my god, so crazy. So I was like super tired, but I was super excited, obviously, for the next day. So I woke up like super early. I think my body's just used to waking up at like really early. So I woke up like 7 a.m. So I got like 5 hours of sleep, and I like walked around, try to figure out where I wanted to do it. So I had an idea of Rainbow Road because I know she likes like the pastel colors, and she loves like the scenery and the imagery, and like she's like really into that. So like just thinking like, huh, what would like where would she enjoy? So I walked around, and it took me like an hour and 15 minutes to walk there from, but it was cool because I was exploring Charleston anyways. So I got there super early, and it was like pretty quiet. And I was like, oh, this is a good spot because like I don't think she likes like big crowds. Like she's told me in the past like she doesn't really like big crowds and making a big scene. She's like very like different than me in that way. So I texted Zach. I was like, all right, 2 p.m. Rainbow Road across from this address, and it was like the perfect location. It was like the background was like this like pastel blue colors and green and pink and violet, indigo, like all these like amazing colors. And I was like, all right, let's do this. So and we started off the day by going to like a horse. Well, we went to this amazing brunch spot called Pugin's Porch. Definitely recommend it. That's my favorite restaurant, and we went to eat everywhere. But the biscuits were really good. The mac and cheese, oh my god, the mac and cheese was so good. Definitely want you guys to check it out. And so we had an amazing, amazing brunch. She was taking all these cute pictures, like, just like having a romantic time, just staring deeply into each other's eyes. And she has these like beautiful brown eyes that's like just perfect. So I love staring into her eyes. But anyways, we went to this like horse carriage ride afterwards, and it was really cool. It was like an hour, and we got to explore like Charleston, and we had this hilarious um the person that was like doing the tour, she was hilarious, like kept kept us laughing the whole time, was really knowledgeable. She was a horse trainer, so she was like really, and we had a new horse, so he was like really yeah, it was interesting. We had an adventure. So afterwards, we went walking around, just because I was like, all right, I still have an hour to kill. So we were just walking around, and I was like, oh, babe, I want to show you this like beach area. I think you would like it. And I think she had no idea. And the whole time I was like touching my ring like pouch thingy because I had Zach hold the box because I was like, yo, the shit is it's like the box just bulges out, like it's so obvious, right? So I was like, hey Zach, like hold this box for me. And he was like, dude, like that's a lot of pressure. I was like, no, 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 the ring's not gonna be in there. Like it's just the box. And he was like, still. I was like, all right, you got this, man. You're the man. So, anyways, we were like a little bit late because we had to like find a place to pee because so we went into like this little like kind of like popcorn kind of convenience store, like cute little shop. And then I was like, yo, we're running a little bit late, like ETA in like 10 minutes. So I was like texting him, and she had no idea the whole time, like when I was going to do it or anything. But so we were walking there, and then like we got like around, and then she's like, oh, I think this is like Rainbow Road. And I was like, yeah, you like it? So like a couple minutes later, I was like at that spot. It was like the photogenic spot that I like wanted to do it at. And I was like, I planned all these like amazing things to say, right? I was like, I mean, it's hilarious. But anyways, so I dropped down. Well, so I saw Zach and Rose, and I was like, hey, like, can you take a picture for us? And then so Zach was actually like whipped out his phone and like started taking pictures during the whole thing. He took like 23 pictures, and Rose actually took the video. Um, but yeah, the video was great. Definitely need my fiance's approval to post it because it's fucking embarrassing, and she's pretty private. So, anyways, I got down on my knees and I was like, bleh, bleh, bleh. I mean, I'm sure it was better than that, but that's what it felt like. So I think I said something along the lines of like, like, hey, like Sammy Chang, Boo Boo Butt Chang. Um, we've been together for so much. And I remember when I moved to Connecticut, and you would take the train all the way over the Connecticut, that 2.5 hour commute every week to see me. Like I knew you were the one for me. And yeah, like I said some other things, but corny, cheesy stuff. And then I got down on my knees, and then like I proposed to her, and I was like, yeah, would you marry me? And then she's like, yes. Of course, right? um but anyways, yeah, I was like hugging her afterwards, and she said like, oh my god, like your heart was beating so fast, it was like coming out of your chest. And I was like, oh my god. And she was like really frazzled because she was like, who are these like random strangers, like just like I feel bad for them, like sitting there for like 2 minutes. I think the video was like a minute and 43 seconds to be exact. um but yeah, it was like hilarious. It was hilarious that like of course she would be like so compassionate that she would like be like, oh, I feel so bad for these people that have to like just sit here and just witness this like thing. But yeah, she's adorable, she's so lovely, that's why I love her so much. Yes, I hope you guys enjoyed the story. And yeah, it was cool. Like we took a lot of pictures. Like, she like loves her ring, her diamond. We had it like custom made with a Pavel cut with Eddie. So thank you so much. If anyone needs a recommendation, Eddie's your guy. He hooked us up. Um, and yeah, it's beautiful. Like it's really brilliant. It's super shiny, and yeah, the whole experience was amazing. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this story, and cheers. Have an amazing, beautiful, man. It's been 13 days, but yeah, time flies by. A lot has changed since then. I would say like we've been much more lovey-dovey, much more open, much more vulnerable with each other, and I would say overall like just more committed to each other. Like I definitely feel like I'm making her a priority. Like I turn off my phone, I shut down, and I'm more present with her, and we just have a good time. We're laughing a lot more. And yeah, later I'll make a video and I'll share with you what happened the rest of the whole week. So we had this whole week planned out, but I'll save that for another video. Cheers.